right, guys, so I'm at a point where I don't know if this is going to happen, and I don't even know if I really want it to happen.
I want some nasty! Are we having fun yet?
All right, so the San Antonio Spurs, okay? The San Antonio Spurs and Lauri Markannen, sorry. Yeah, I wanted to talk to you guys about this because there's been more coming out, so we do have an update, and I'll be real with you, I don't even know if it's going to happen at this point, and I don't even know if I want it to happen. All right, so before we talk about that, big shout out to you guys for following Spurs Invasion, dude. Like, oh my god, we're almost at 3K, and I only uploaded 3 videos. Like, that means the world to me. Oh, my cat just jumped off. Okay, hopefully she stays there. But that means the world to me. Thank you guys so much, and a lot of people are digging the last couple videos. So some people have asked, and I saw it in the comments, asking like, why have I made a second channel? Like, is there something going on? Why don't I just post these on this channel? Well, I do so many videos on this channel as it is, and I don't want edited scripted content to just, you know, be buried under all the other news that we go over, and you know, under the live streams, constant live streams. So I just thought we could just separate it from this channel, you know, kind of keep the theme, you know, as far as same, you know, artists here, but, you know, just do a different thing here. So let's just make it this whole nother thing. And if you want to pretend that it's not me, that's fine too. But go check it out. Let me know what you think. Link underneath, right underneath this video. I'm trying to stop my cat from jumping up here. All right, so let's take a look at what Chris Haynes, I think it's Haynes, right? Habis? Wait, I always thought it was Chris Haynes. I don't know. Let's see what he has to say about the whole free agency fiasco. No girl.
I was on a phone call.
Oh my God. There we go.
I had to take a phone call right now, and part of that phone call, it was relayed to me that the Warriors, they're the aggressor. They are the aggressor in this Lauri Markanen sweepstakes. They are trying to do whatever they can to get into the fold, but it's going to be a costly price to get Lauri. The Utah Jazz, they don't necessarily want to trade Lauri, but they will for the right price tag.
That right there makes me super nervous, okay? That makes me super nervous, but let's continue.
And you have to remember, what was it? Was it Mikal Bridges? I believe it was Mikal Bridges. That deal got 4 first-round picks back in return. How many picks can Utah get for Lauri? And you know Danny Ainge. You know his history in collecting draft picks, first-round draft picks, I should say. So it's going to be a daunting task. What can the Warriors do to come up with the picks necessary to suffice?
And keep in mind, he's still talking about the Warriors here.
Yes. Brandon Podziemski, can you get 2 first, Kuminga? Like it would really put a dent in the Warriors roster to try to make that deal happen, or try to get the Utah Jazz to bite. It would be interesting to see how they would go about doing it. But you know, Danny, he craves first round picks. What can the Warriors do to come up with the necessary picks? And you know, Danny Ainge, he's all about standards. He's all about what did this team do? What's the most recent example? One of the most recent examples is probably Mikal Bridges. So they're looking at all of these things. So I was told the Warriors are the aggressors. San Antonio Spurs, they're in on as well. I'm told, like, on a serious nature, it's those 2 teams, Spurs, Warriors. But I'm told the Warriors, more importantly, are really pursuing, really trying to see what they can do to try to make it happen.
All right, so basically, you know, I don't have to rehash everything he said, but the Warriors are the ones that's really into it, and it makes sense for them, right? You know, you have, you know, Steph Curry. There's only so many years left. You're trying your best to extend, you know, the amount of winning as far as you possibly can. You lost Klay Thompson. You lost Jordan Poole. You lost Chris Paul. And all of which for like, what, a couple seconds or something? Like, it's pretty bad. It's pretty doggone bad. And they're at the point right now of desperation where, yes, we need to just go ahead and try our best to win now. Just add this piece and try to win. But with the Spurs, we're in a different situation, right? Because we have some super valuable picks. Now, if the Spurs were able and managed to, and I don't think this is going to be the case, but I will bite my words if this is the case. But if the Spurs can manage to give away like Chicago's 2025 or the Charlotte Hornets one, which isn't a real first, right? And maybe, a 2027 and maybe our 31, like something like that, I might be okay with it. About 3 first-round picks max. But I have a hard time believing that this isn't going to also mean that we have to get rid of Devin Vassell or Jeremy Sohan. And those of you that are really quick to say, yeah, just throw Sohan on there. I don't even know. I don't even want to argue with you anymore. That's what the Spurs Invasion channel is for. We're going to do a video on Sohan as well. But I just don't think that it's worth it. And also the thing about it is he's on a 1-year deal, right? So after that, he's going to be looking to get paid. And then when you look at our roster, there's going to be a lot of players in the next couple years that you're going to have to give extensions to. You're going to have to reevaluate and see what you like for your roster. I just think it's better just to kind of wait it out. You don't have to get Lauri Markkanen if it takes 5 first-round picks. That's just too much. I like that we're in the conversation, right? The Spurs are actively, trying to make sure that their roster does get better, but I don't think the addition of Lauri Markkanen means that now the Spurs are favorites in the West or anything. I think it's still going to take some time. At the very least, I mean, maybe you're a playoff team. I don't know, but I don't think it's really worth it, especially if they're asking for so much. And the Warriors being the aggressor and the Spurs kind of holding back and being in the mix, but holding back a little bit speaks volumes in and of itself. Now, this isn't to say that Lauri Markkanen isn't worth those picks. It's just that the position that we're in versus where the Warriors are in are 2 completely different positions. And the Spurs don't have to go all out on a Lauri Markkanen right now. Like, I think 2025, and I know I hate to say this, and I know it's like we're waiting and waiting and waiting, but there's a lot of franchises and a lot of fans and other fan bases that don't have it as good as us, okay? They have been waiting 40 years, okay? Like literally waiting like 40 years. But when it comes to us, I really do think that we just got to kind of let this play out. Chris Paul will make this roster better, okay? It's called the Chris Paul effect, if you guys haven't heard. Every team that he goes to in that first year, they end up having a better record than they did the year prior. So we will have a better record with his basketball IQ. He's really going to help the team. Not saying he's going to be the savior or anything, but just that during that year he'll be here up to maybe the trade deadline. He's definitely going to help these guys a lot. So the Spurs are going to be in a good position as far as improvement is concerned, and that's all that we can really ask for. I don't think any Spurs fan is thinking that we're going to be a championship team or anything like that or deep into the playoffs. I don't expect that. But there are a lot of franchises in the West that's starting to go on a downhill, and we just kind of got to build up and build up and build up so we're on top of them and we're at the top of our game, and that's going to happen. But right now, those are my thoughts. I don't think Lauri Markkanen is necessarily worth it. I think hold on, let me make sure the moment of this, I don't want to record this and then something already went down, but the last time I checked, Brook Lopez was still, okay, so nothing happened with Brook Lopez yet, I don't think. Okay, so the Bucks just signed a free agent guard, so nothing happened with Brook Lopez yet. So Brook Lopez, I still think that will be a good pickup. I know some people say, well, why would you do that? It's like, well, yeah, he's much older or whatnot, but we need a backup center. You just bring him in there. He fits exactly what we needed from Zach Collins. Not to say Zach Collins can't play, okay? I think a lot of people disrespect Zach Collins a little bit too much, but he's just not a natural center, and that's kind of unfortunate. But if we wanted to upgrade Bassey at that area right now, temporarily, I think that would be a pretty good pick just for this season, and then we get away with him once his season his contract is up. So but yeah, anyways, just wanted to bring that to your attention. Let me know what you guys think. And yeah, go follow Spurs Invasion, man. Thank you guys so much for all the support that you've shown this channel. Link below right underneath this video. I give it to you guys later. Till next time. Bye.